So many people say sequels aren't good, and they're not wrong. Honestly, they're not wrong. There's only a handful of sequels that will actually do justice. Dune Part 2 smashed it. I just went to go see Dune Part 2, and here's my full, honest, and spoiler review. So if you have not seen the movie yet, I honestly recommend getting off this video, because this is a film you deserve. You deserve for yourself to go see in the most expensive cinema you can purchase in your area. Go watch this film, because this film is mind-blowing. Dune 2 picks up exactly where the first one ends, with Paul now traveling with the Freemans back to the base. Once they arrive there, the rest of the group finds out that Paul killed James, and they go, "James dead!" They get really mad. It's actually kind of funny. I thought it was funny anyway. And they actually start to bow down to Paul. They call him the Messiah. So Paul's mum, Lady Jessica, then becomes the new Revenant Mother after drinking water of life. This also leads to us as the audience finding out that G was knocked up. She was having a little baby girl, and if you know the books, I actually don't know anything about the books. This is what my friend Will told me. He said that the sister has a very important role in the future books, so I guess the sister will be a big part in Dune 3. Some time goes past, and Paul becomes more connected to the Freemen, learning their ways and ranking himself up to become more worthy. Paul's relationship with Channy also starts to brew, and it's cute. It's nice. Like, you know, low-key, if I was Tom Holland, I'd be getting a little bit jealous. Like, they get a bit excited a bit too much. Now, while everyone is bowing down to Paul as the new Messiah, he's only there for blood and revenge, to avenge his dad and I guess his other friends and family that he lost from the previous movie. So then we cut to Baron, who was the villain of the first film, and we see him demote his nephew, Rabin, after he says, nah, G's brought too much shame into the family, he keeps failing, and he's like, nah, we got to get someone else in. So, who do they get? He gets his little younger nephew, Fade Rather, who becomes the new ruler of Arcus. Now, we then cut to Paul, who then consumed the water of life, and it's a big no-no for men to consume that water. He falls into this coma and sees a vision of his sister grown up older, and the reveal that Baron is actually Paul's maternal grandfather. Yeah, right. Paul then finally accepts that he's supposed to be this Messiah and this figure that everyone around him wants to be, so he takes control of it, taking on the name Lissana Glab. This then causing him to challenge the Empire in gaining full control and power of everything. Now the Empire then comes and speaks to Barban and is like, you know, what's going on? Like, you've betrayed us a couple times, you're not doing good enough, and they're about to kill him. All of a sudden, they get under attack. And Paul and Freeman attacked all the soldiers and stuff, and eventually they break into like the headquarter area. And Paul finally does some justice for his dad. He kills Barban after calling him grandfather, which was like, damn, you just killed your own like grandpa? Like, what's going on there? Then Fade Rather then challenges Paul in the name of Empire. Honestly, loses. And this fight scene, incredible. Honestly, absolute amazing. The princess then offers her hand in marriage to Paul in return to spare her father, the Empire. And Paul accepts. Left with no other choice, the Empire bows down to Paul. Paul now having full complete power over everything and everyone. Film then ends with the reveal that Lady Jessica and his sister knows that they are at the beginning of the next chapter, which is the Holy War. Now, in terms of cast, this is a stacked cast with outstanding performances from everyone here. We've got Timothy Chalamet, who plays Paul Atreides, our main character of this franchise. I'm sorry, Tim. I've called you annoying and called you trash as an actor, but that third act of this film, I promise you, G could be the next Leonardo DiCaprio right here. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, his best film right here. That third act, he really felt that character, and I felt as an audience member, it's like, G, alright, I'll bow down, I'll kiss your shoes, that's fine. Like, he sold me. We then got Elvis Presley, Austin Butler himself, who plays the new villain of the movie, Fade Ruther, who is the cousin of Paul and the nephew of the Bourbon. Zendaya as Chani, she has much more screen time this time, not just 30 seconds like the first movie. She actually has a very decent role, and I love her character development in this film. I thought it was one of the best. We've got Florence Pugh here as Princess Irulan. She didn't have much screen time either, pretty mellow, but still we got Florence Pugh in here. Rebecca Ferguson back as Lady Jessica, Paul's mum. Javier Bardem as Stilgar, who is the former leader of the Freemen. Yeah, your Josh Brolin, who played Gurney, and Dave Barista as Rambin, as well as Christopher Walken as our Empire. Altogether, absolute fantastic cast. Not a single letdown here, apart from not enough time with Florence Pugh, but hey, what do you do? Pacing of this film, I'm going to be honest, you're either going to love it or you're going to hate it. I think the pacing worked really well, with all the big moments really built up, with the film still keeping it all together, which was nice. Because this is a longer film, they got to keep it moving and keep it going forward, which they do. And a lot of these longer films don't really do that today, but this film here, everything is important, everything is there, everything is needed for a reason. Now, honestly, something that really helps this pacing is visual look to this film. I think these scenes are just crazy. Now, the only possible negative thing I'll say about the pacing is the heavy dialogue between the Freemans in their language. Now, I really wanted to understand it, but I had some NPC next to me who kept going, like clearing his throat every 30 seconds, like, get out of the cinema, man, get out. I'm trying to understand here, especially when there's subtitles and you're trying to watch it visually and you're trying to read and understand, but then you got some NPC who's fucking coughing up their lungs, like, come on, G. But the moment you've all been waiting for. I love this film. It's packed with action. The twists in it is amazing. The phenomenal visuals, the incredible score by Hans Zimmer, the king himself. And let's not forget the outstanding performances. And I have to admit, Tim, once again, I do apologize. That third act, it's crazy. Especially that fight between Timothy and little Austin Butler. It was all in silence and you just heard the grunts and the movement, and oh, it was fucking amazing. This film is definitely 2024's Oppenheimer, if not this century's greatest cinematic masterpiece. And for Dune Part 2, honestly, it's getting a 9.5 out of 10 with the Golden Popcorn Bucket Award. Like, honestly, this film here, go watch it in your cinemas, enjoy it, love it. I can't wait for Dune Part 3 to see where the story goes next. Yeah, this film here, like I said, I had it as my 5th most anticipated film of the year, and I gave it, I'm pretty sure I rated it like an 8 out of 10 if I remember right. Yeah, definitely go watch it. You'll enjoy it. You'll have fun with it. Just embody yourself in that visual aspect of the film, because I never thought sand could be so cinematic, but apparently it works and it is. So go watch Dune, go enjoy it, and let me know in the comments if you've seen Dune Part 2, what you thought of it, what you rated it, because I want to know.